Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web. And today we're going to uncrate the HJC i80. What's up, Speed Addicts fan? Before we get into the new from HJC, this i80, before we do that, subscribe to the channel. That way you're up to date on all the latest parts and gear. You're going to make great buying decisions if you're getting educated from us here at Speed Addicts. Also, if you're going to shop for parts or gear online, we appreciate your support. There's a link in the description below that'll take you right over to the HJC i80 helmet that we're discussing today. Shop with Speed Addicts, getting free 90-day returns, fast free shipping on everything HJC. We even got the hard to find accessories, the different shields, the replacement parts. We've got it all. And if you're the type that likes to shop in person, we got you covered there too. If you live in SoCal, come check out the brand new Speed Addicts Superstore with the world's most epic helmet wall, jackets, boots, apparel, e-bikes, e-moto, all sorts of cool stuff. And you get to say hello to me and the team down here at HQ. Okay, let's get into this i80. What is it? HJC is calling it a multi-purpose helmet. Wow, that is an interesting way to put it. I would call it a modular dual sport helmet. So dual sport in that it has a off-road visor, or as we in the business call it, a peak. Here it is. It is a flying bridge, so there's no stay in the middle of this thing. It's just attached on the side so that it doesn't pull at speed, because it is also a modular helmet, okay? So you also need to make room for that visor to tuck up underneath. So the engineering here to get this right is precise, and I feel like it's well executed. We're gonna do the deep dive, hang tight, but that's what you're getting here. You're getting that dual sport helmet with the flip up chin bar, that's the modular part, and an interior sun visor. So you're ready for pretty much anything. Ooh, and it's a tight hold on that chin bar, which is good. You're getting a helmet that is a do-it-all type of helmet, okay, if you want modular, but you also want the dual sport. There's not a ton of helmets in this category, especially ones that are in this price range. So $259 to $299. $259 for the solids, like this Nardo gray, which is quite good looking here in front of me. And then they have other solid colors that are actually kind of out of the box. I really like the blue as well. And then they have graphics that are exciting graphics from HJC. They have a couple graphics to start in the i80, which are quite good looking. They charge a few bucks extra for the graphics. This is a polycarbonate shell. That's what's keeping the price down. When you get up into the $500, $600, $700 helmets, they're usually fiberglass, aramid fibers, a little bit more labor intensive, a little lighter weight, more exotic, more expensive, right? But if you're gonna stay south of that $300 price point, you're gonna get polycarbonate or plastic, thermoplastic. So that's what we're working with here. Now the other helmet in this this is going head to head with, that's been really successful here at Speed Addicts, is the Scorpion XO AT950, and now it's called the 960. So it's going to go head to head with this helmet. I believe it's in a similar price range here. And I think it is nice to have another helmet in this category in that price range. There really isn't much. So there are quite a few people are looking for this modular with the peak. Now the peak does come off, so you can run it without and have more of a traditional modular experience should you want. The weight on this thing, it is not light, coming in at right around 4 pounds, but none of the helmets of this ilk are light because you have the peak and you have the chin bar. Modular helmets, dual sport helmets tend to add a little bit weight, and you have that interior sun visor. So this is a trade-off, okay? If you want the multi-purpose helmet, as HJC calls it, then you're going to have a little bit heavier weight. 1,882 grams for our metric, friends. The helmet is DOT homologated. There it is, no dual labeling. Intermediate oval on the head shape, and I can attest, the fit on this is one of the things that you really got right. So I love the fit, intermediate oval head shape right on the button, fits me great, and also runs true. So if you typically wear a large in most other brands, or even HJC generally speaking, you're gonna be a large in this. Check, if you're not sure of your size, check the sizing chart, measure your head at home, and shoot according to the sizing chart. I don't think you'll have an issue, but like I said, if you're shopping for gear online, do it at Speed Addicts, because we don't nickel and dime you on that return shipping. We're gonna do that free, and you got 90 days to return it. Just make sure it's brand new in the original packaging and you haven't worn it on the bike, just in the lazy chair. wear it for 20, 30 minutes. Make sure it's what you want. Tight as possible without causing pain or discomfort. If you're not sure, call and talk to Rider Sport here at Speed Addicts and we'll steer you in the right direction. So extra small through to extra large. I'm in 24-inch circumference. I wear the extra large quite comfortably. So I have a pretty big head. It's unlikely, you'd be an outlier if you really need a true 3X helmet. A lot of times when we encounter those people in the store who come in here thinking they need a 3 or 4X, a lot of times they're just not getting their helmet to fit tight enough. Remember, there is break-in, so account for that. You want to fit snug out of the box, okay? So the design of this thing is fitting with the new generation of HJC helmets. Very modern, a lot of slab, a lot of angles. I think it's quite good looking here. Very geometric is what I'd call it. And it's wind tunnel tested. So HJC has done a lot of work. So this helmet doesn't pull on your head at speed, which a lot of dual sport helmets want to do once you introduce the peak. So by making it a 2 connection point system here on the sides without something in the middle and reducing the footprint of the peak, you still get some sun protection without the pulling at speed. In terms of the ventilation system, you have a ram air vent square in the middle of your dome here. Let's see if you can see that on the B cam. Nice big angular slab vent here that is all the way on or all the way off. And then down in the chin region, you have another ram air vent. There's passive vent on the chin bar. There it is, or vents. Those cannot be closed. So those are pulling, they're extractors, they're pulling the hot, moist air out of the helmet. They're not blowing air in. But if you're in cold weather, you can't completely seal off the helmet. Of course, if you were gonna do like a cold run and you wanted to put a little bit of tape here to make sure the helmet stays as warm as possible, you could do that. On the rear, you have the rear air extraction underneath this kind of cool design here on the back. It is obscured. We'll call that a diffuser, okay? No winglets or anything down low in the back. Again, good looking design. Okay, let's get to the face shield mechanism. Now, the way that the peak is held on, there are a couple screws underneath this panel. This is just going to be lifted up. I used a dime to pop that hatch. Once you get there, there's a screw, a circular screw here. You undo that, and you can replace your face shield, exterior face shield, or you can run the plugs that they include. Whoops. Okay, you get these little plastic plugs. If you don't want to run the peak, you decide you want to take that off for a while, go ahead, you're going to put the plug on, the screw on, and it's a good looking modular helmet all on its own without the peak, okay? So you're going to get that in the box. In terms of accessories, you're also going to get a nice Max Vision Pinlock. Yeah, they are calling this a Max Vision. The Max Vision Pinlock inserts are just bigger versions of Pinlock, which is great because one of the key benefits of having more of that dual sport style is the enormous eye port and excellent visibility that allows for you. So you have a really good field of vision in the i80 here, and they're going to give you a Pinlock. If you do a nice big face shield and then you have a narrow Pinlock, that kind of sucks. So this one's been custom maxed out for this i80 face shield, and they're going to include that at $259 for a solid. That's a pretty good value if you ask me. If you don't know what Pinlock is, that's going to attach these tabs on the inside of the face shield, creating a dual pane system, and it is a fog mitigation system. So if you have problems with fog, install that. If you're not having problems with fog, you don't have to run it, okay? It's not a have-to thing. So try it out first without it and see. Usually the face shields from HJC are pretty good about not fogging all on their own. Interior face shield, drop-down sun shield. This is one of the places I think they could have done better. I would have liked this face shield to go down further. It comes down just barely enough, but I'd like it to get a little bit more coverage. On some of the new HJC or Alpha series helmets from HJC, they do have adjustable sun visors, so you can set how low it goes. They're always trying to, split the difference between hitting some people's noses and faces and not going far enough. I feel like here they could have been better served by bringing it down a little further. That's one of my only nitpicks about this helmet. Otherwise, I think it is quite excellent. This is actuated over here on your left-hand side. There it is. That is your slider. Okay. The exterior shield is sturdy injection molded stuff. You can lift it from either side. It has a tab here, and that is fully closed. That is kind of barely tapped open. The face shield is injection molded and quite sturdy. Again, it is Pinlock prep, so that's nice. If you want different colors, smoked iridium options should be coming, and you can lift it, yeah, like I said, from either side. So sturdy, nice sturdy detent here. You can leave it cracked. First one, second one, all the way open, okay? So essentially 4 settings or so there if you're counting at home. All the way closed, nice seal there. The face shield changes are a bit slow because you have to pop these, and of course you want to make sure when you replace them that you clip these all the way in, otherwise they could come loose on the road and you don't want that. One of the best things about this helmet is how sturdy the chin bar is. So the quality of a modular helmet is quickly determined with an expert set of hands like mine. Open and close the chin bar. It's something that's hard to communicate through the camera, but you see that detent at the top really tight, and the way it closes, it's like when you slam the door on a Mercedes versus another brand that I won't mention that's a little cheaper and lighter weight. You know what I'm talking about? You can tell that on a modular helmet when you work them, how sturdy they are, the amount of side-to-side movement and flex, and just how tightly they snap shut. I would give this thing 5 stars. It feels really sturdy quality. It's a mechanism that's going to last you, and they're going to give you a 3-year warranty on it in case you do run into any issues. So I was excited about the chin bar and how that felt. Let's look on the inside. Oh, before we do that, last thing. So on the outside, comm systems. They didn't do an integrated HJC like option here, which I actually like. They do have their smart integrated option. It's made by Senna. To be honest with you, I'm kind of a Cardo guy these days, and I like the option to mount it without the integrated comms from HJC here in the way. So you're gonna be able to mount that right there with adhesive, and you'll be dialed in. There's not much to contend to, so they've left that nice and flat. So you can slap that on, and you do have comm system speakers ready to go on the inside, or pockets. They went with a traditional D-ring closure, so for those of you that don't like the ratchet straps, it's not inspiring enough confidence for you, you don't have to worry, you're gonna get your traditional closure here. The other thing you're gonna notice about this helmet is how nice of a job they did on the neck roll. So keeping one continuous neck roll here that's separate from some of the other interior bits is going to make a better seal around the bottom of your head, and that's going to make the helmet quite a bit quieter than some of its competitors, okay? So when you watch our videos and we're flipping over the helmet, you won't always see a neck roll that's a single piece. A lot of times there's 3 pieces here essentially, and so I like neck rolls that are built like this. They produce quieter helmets. Removable washable liner, standard stuff. This helmet is eyeglass compatible, says HJC. That's going to depend on your glasses design and your face, but generally speaking, you should have enough room. All right, so we're going to fight with this thing. Sorry, I'm going to hide it from you right now. And we will open this up so that you can see the interior. Now, because this collar is all one piece with your cheek pads, if you do remove this and service this, you get to wash the whole thing, which is also kind of nice. Okay, we've got the cheek pads and the neck roll. One-piece unit. As the neck roll gets beat up, because that's where you set your helmet down on things, this is going to get worked over time. You can replace this whole unit. There it is. They have little holes here where the speakers go, so the sound can get into your ear holes. There it is. Okay, there are your speaker pockets. We'll pull the whole liner, moisture-wicking, antimicrobial, you know, the standard stuff here in the i80. There's your liner, no extra frills or mesh here to heat you up. It's gonna breathe nicely, paired with a ported and channeled EPS dual density liner. There it is, folks. It's the i80. So I am excited about this helmet because there's not a lot of competition to go up against it. It's a quality piece. It's sub $300 for you, those of you that want that dual sport peak and the convenience of a modular helmet with the interior sun visor, comm system ready, all the goodies, 3-year warranty from HJC. And I like the color palette they came out with solids. Lots of options. All right, that's it. Go over to speedaddicts.com to get yours today, or come down to the Superstore and say what's up in person and see it on the world's most epic helmet wall. That's it for today. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.